Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 116. And half of today's episode is going to be like this, normal, with the green screen and all of that good stuff. And then the second half of the video is going to be me finally opening my red rewards. And I'll do that live for you so that you can see my reaction to getting Kante and Martial. Imagine if that happens. That would be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? Now, guys, do me a huge favour at the start of this episode. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's keep the hype train going. Let's keep that support up. Let's go for 3,000 likes if we can get anywhere near that. I'll be very, very happy. And, of course, sub to the channel if you are new. So you guys know that I changed the team, right? This is the main squad. No, it isn't. This is the Mexican MLS squad, or the Mexican League MLS squad. Which I used to get icon swaps done. So that is all of the offline ones completed. I now have 5 out of 6 icon swap tokens, with the final one being La Liga, which in my head I was like, that was going to be the plan for today's episode. And it was also going to be the plan for yesterday's one, I think. But I'm sort of like putting it off just because I can't be bothered for the sweat. And actually, I decided that I would play some Weekend League for today's episode. And I guess what we'll do is we'll leave the final icon swap token that's available until after the Weekend League. We'll do it midweek next week. Because we'll probably need some content there, so that'll be fine. So yeah, we're at 5 out of 6, and it means that we can actually test out this team now. We don't have to use a team that isn't our main one. We can go into the Weekend League, test out this new squad. Now, a lot of you are saying, Tom, if you just get an Algerian manager, and then you can put him as a La Liga league, then you'll have the best chem on everyone. I understand that. Unfortunately, there aren't any Algerian managers. Not that I could find anyway. So that's a shame. Yeah, I went on the market. I went on concepts or whatever. I couldn't see any Algerian managers. So we just have to choose between Atal or Messi, who can be on 7 or 6 chem. Or, of course, Mendy could be on 6 chem. But I think we'll just stick with it as it is for now. I don't see any reason to change. Because actually the Atal that we're going to be using is better off than what we're used to him being on. So I sold the stuff that I needed to sell from the MLS and Mexican League. Brings me up to a whopping 21,000 coins. We aren't really sitting pretty in terms of coin value right now. But I did go out and buy a whole bunch of squad fitnesses in the last episode. And of course I did buy 2 new players and did the Schweinsteiger SBC, so of course our coins are going to be fairly low. So it was time to go into the Weekend League. This is the first squad that I come up against. He's got a couple of icons. He's got a Team of the Year nominee, Royce, and an Aubameyang as well. And I'll give it to him. This guy was quite good on the ball, fairly good at possession. It could have been a pretty tough match. However, I think we just about out-teamed him and probably just about outskilled him as well. So we are going to walk away with a victory from our first Weekend League match. Paulinho getting a goal, as he does. For some reason, 4-4-2, balanced centre mid Paulinho. I let him roam free. He just does a madness. He always comes up clutch and gets a goal every now and again. So, yeah, what a player. And then, of course, when Acuna comes on for him at half-time, we've got a whole nother beast as well that can do the same thing. So we go 1-0 up. We get a couple more opportunities, but my opponent's Footmas David De Gea was having none of it. He wanted to stop quite a lot of them. Got a feeling he stops this one as well. Or is this the goal? No, this is the goal from Messi. Lovely work between him and Mbappe. And I can instantly tell that I think Mbappe is probably more the player for me up front than Dalglish is. Yeah, that is what it is. Obviously, we're going to score that, and he is going to decide to rage quit. But yeah, Mbappe's great. I think he just fits this game so very, very well. When I've got Messi up front, I've not got someone with blistering pace. I've just got someone that's very agile, moves really well, and obviously can finish. And that's exactly what Dalglish is. But I kind of want a little bit, my 2 strikers to be a little bit different. I want Mbappe with that blistering pace and, of course, the 5-star skills, and then Messi to sort of hold off a little bit, play those lovely passes, get into the good positions to then just use that wand of a left foot to score his goals. So, I think we might be nicely set up. And, of course, for the price of a Dalglish, you get an Mbappe, a baby Essien, and change. So that kind of also makes me realise just how expensive Kenny Dalglish is, because he's one of the more popular baby icons. So we go 1-0 up in this match with a very lucky rebound goal that Neymar scores. It just goalkeeper parries it out. I do make a nice goal to go 2-0 up though with Mbappe, so we'll take that one. But then I think when we go 3-0 up here, it is once again just a rebound, or is it? I can't remember. Oh, we don't score that opportunity. I've put a few more highlights because it's my first few weekend league games. This, I think, is where the goal comes. Some nice work from Messi and Mbappe. And then once again, Mbappe strikes. Ter Stegen just parries it straight into the feet of Neymar. And if I was my opponent, I would feel very, very hard done by. Because of the halftime break, you can see how much of an even game this is. He was a good player, and I am somehow 3-0 up. I don't know how, but of course my job was to just sort of see this game out. Make sure I do come away with the victory. So we go to try and make it 4-0. Of course, I'm not just going to sit back and let nothing happen. But I wanted to try and make it 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, whatever it could be. But my opponent did settle in nicely in the second half. To the point where, obviously, he went very attacking. I think he went like a 4-2-4. And you can see that with the amount of players that break for him there. And it is his red Mane. And his team name was actually Show Me the Mane. So I bet he was buzzing when he got a red Mane. Unless he changed his name afterwards. That is always a possibility as well, isn't it? I don't know what I'm talking about. But we are 2-0. And we get a nice, 3-1 win in that game. And then we come up against another strong-looking side, another meta-looking team. Apart from people like Laporte and that Payet, I wouldn't necessarily call them meta. Maybe not even Kingsley Coman. But overall, a solid squad. Lots of cool special items in there. We get through with Mbappe and go 1-0 up after 8 minutes. 8 minutes on the clock. We are a goal ahead. And that was just really well timed. You can see his attack positioning is good because as the defense stepped up, that ball got played through and he was just ahead of them. So that was perfect. So we're 1-0 up. Keane then somehow gets through and my Roberto Carlos doesn't tackle him. He doesn't take the ball, but he misses because he's on his weak foot at the near post. And then I spin Varane with Mbappe and he wipes me out. So I get a 31-minute penalty. And what am I going to do with Neymar? You guys know, if you watched the episode the other day, I'm going straight down the middle, baby. And of course, because his run-up is so long, I feel like my opponents get agitated and they might have wanted to stay down the middle, and then all of a sudden at the last minute they change to a direction, and it's worked out perfectly for me so far. And literally I took the ball back off this guy from his kickoff after I went 2-0 up. Ran down the pitch, put a lovely ball through to Messi, and of course near post OP'd that one. We are 3-0 up again against another pretty good player and a pretty good team. So things were feeling good. I was feeling nice and grounded with this squad, because it is kind of the OP parts about what I was using last weekend. But then instead of Dalglish, we've got a really, really great CDM in Essien, who has been rock solid so far, I must admit. And then we've just got someone with that blistering pace up front in Mbappe. So, yeah, I think we've upgraded in a couple of really good areas, and the team is feeling nice right now. You know, tomorrow's episode, when we play on further, I'll probably end up going like 1-5 or something. It'll be awful. But we come up against Neymar, we come up against Messi, and genuinely a nice squad as well. Road to the final. Militao is always someone that I don't like to play against, but I sold him a hot dog there with that little heel click. The opponent thought I was going to be cutting back, but instead I obviously went forward, got enough space to smack it in at the near post. So that's 1-0. We then get through with Mbappe again here, but look at that Militao just doing enough to stop me. And then Essien, his shooting is not his strong point, especially on his weak foot. Yeah, we ended up getting that one saved and not coming away with the goal. But my opponent should have scored there 100%. Like he kippered me, and I just got a good save from my goalkeeper. And then once again, we get another lucky goal. Things are going my way, I'll give you that. In this weekend league so far, like things really have gone my way. But to be fair, in this game we were kind of dominating as well. We were doing really well. His team name was The Ting Goes, and then he had the badge which says Scrap. So I was done just off the get-go. I was ready to leave. But what a goal that is from him, actually. A lovely RB cross into the back post, and Neymar hits it first time. He gets one goal back, but unfortunately that is going to be all he could muster. So we come away 4-0, and that's where we're going to stop playing the weekend league today. A good little start, good little Friday session. And then at this point I got back into the menus and realised that well, I had a message from EA and it said that my gold picks are here. So I'm going to open them up for you now. So let's cut to live Lasty. Okay, we've switched over to the camera. I think there's still some Christmas decorations up. I know we're in 2020 right now. I should have got a grip and taken them down, but we'll take them down for next week's Weekend League rewards. That will be the next job after editing this video. I will de-Christmas my setup so that we can be full steam ahead for 2020 vision. So yeah, we're 4-0 in the Weekend League. Things are going well. And I did notice that, of course, my Weekend League rewards are here. We are still sat on 30 packs, of which I would like to open them. But I just need to hold fire for a couple more days. And then Team of the Year will be here. In terms of Team of the Week, how do I see Team of the Week? Is it squads? There it is. It's ridiculous for some of the players that we could get. So players that I would love include no one on here, I don't think. No, I don't want any one of them. That wouldn't be good. Although I guess I'd kind of take a Sidibe. He wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But we want Trent. We want Kante. We want Adama Traore just for the OP super subness. We'll take Ericsson for rating. Martial because Martial, and Aguero and Kane because, well, they're very high rated and probably quite good as well. So, yeah, those are the red picks that we want. I've heard something about the rewards being somewhat messed up still. So, there's a chance. Yeah, I've got 1 of 4 for Champions players, and I only finished in Gold 3, but I've been given Gold 2 red pick rewards. So, instead of 3 players popping up, it's going to be 4 players popping up. I've heard silver players are getting 2 packs, which means that normally they would only get 1, so that's fortunate for them. And I've heard that some people are getting exactly what they should have got. So I don't know what's going on, but it is time to get myself a couple of red picks. In an ideal world, like a Kante would be brilliant, and then Martial or Aguero or something would obviously be amazing. But a Kante and nothing else would be awesome, or just a couple of half-decent picks. The last 2 weeks have been utterly terrible for my red picks, so we hope to get at least something quite good with all of that stuff on offer. Hit me with a little thumbs up, a little slice of luck in this episode would be amazing. And in 3, 2, 1, boom, red player pick number 1, we get Harry Maguire. Okay, I mean, for rating and league, it's obviously alright. It's an 84 Prem player, it's an Englishman. We've already done the English part of icon swap, so and I don't think he'd get in the team anyway with his 52 pace, but half decent fodder. So of course we will select Maguire. So we don't want him though. That's like the bad pick. Now it's time for the good pick, right? Come on, I want to channel my inner Kante. If I was R9 Rai right now, I'd be putting that picture over, you know, how he does in his streams, where he's got the Kante with the very smiley face from when he was riding a bicycle, I think it was. But anyway, I digress. I want Kante. That's who we want. Are we going to get him? Well, in 3, 2, 1, boom. Welcome N'Golo to the club. It's terrible. It's a yikes. It's a big yikes for the red picks this week. I had to wait a whole day and a half extra to get that, and I'm gutted about it. I'm absolutely gutted. So what we get is 3 or 4 Prem players, 3 of which are English. I might take Calvert-Lewin just because he looks all right, although we've already got... do I just take Heaton for the rating? Like, Calvert-Lewin, we've already got a Rashford, and we've already got a Jamie Vardy, so we're kind of covered. And a Pookie, should we ever need him. Ayew, what skill moves he's got? He's 6 foot tall with 4-star skills. He actually doesn't look that bad. But when am I going to really need a player from Ghana? I'm not. So he just counts as a Prem player for me, and I won't use him. Tompkins is obviously a no-no. So I think what we'll do is we'll just take Heaton for rating. We'll leave Calvert-Lewin. Hashtag Harry would be upset, but you know what? So be it. I don't need... unless he's got skills. He's 3-star, 3-star. 6'2", though. I just don't need him. Let's go Heaton. We'll take Heaton for the rating. So we get 2 English rivals, Weekend League rewards this time. We get Maguire and we get Heaton. It's unfortunate, but it's better than the last few weeks. It's an 83 and an 84, so it's way better than what we've had. But we didn't get anyone that you can see on screen there. Even if we were guaranteed to get Englishmen, it would have been nice to take a Trent or a Kane. Oh well. We move on, and next week there's... well, Team of the Year's out next week, so who knows what we can get. But I am loving the team so far. Obviously, in terms of the first 4 games of champs, we've scored quite a lot of goals. Mbappe, you kind of need to take his stats with a grain of salt, or with a pinch of salt, because yeah, I've obviously been playing squad battles in the background, and I rotate between bringing on like Atal or Acuna as my centre mid, and then Messi, Mbappe and Neymar, I sort of switch them out as well every now and again. So yeah, like SEN for the first 4 games of champs has been absolutely superb. Exactly what I want from him, which is a fast player that just deals with it well, like, you know, deals with everything, mops it all up, stays back while we're attacking, and just does the grindy work, the interceptions, the cut in those passing lanes. So far so good for him. And I saw a couple of people say, Lastly, you're only at 99 chemistry. I am aware. I will get up to 100 chemistry in 6 games time, when SEN has played 10 games for me. And also, of course, is Mbappe already on 10? I can't remember. Yeah, he's already on 10 because we've got the right manager. But yeah, we'll be on 100 chem as soon as SEN's got 10 games under his belt. And then I still don't know whether or not we need to change Messi to a 6 chem player and Atal to a 7, or probably just leave it how it is. Because, you know, like I've mentioned, I don't think there is any Algerian managers. I will just double check in case I've got it wrong. So choose manager any, and then just nation. I've gone past it. Yeah, there's none, right? He doesn't exist. So we can't get the manager chem for all of the players on our squad, which is a little unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. That's about it for today's episode then, guys. I tend to bring on Acuna at half-time for Paulinho, just because, and then if I need to, I know that I've got like Ryan Kent to bring off Neymar for, or bring Atal off for, but typically, yeah, with this squad right here, there's not really many substitutes that need to be made, because people are obviously very good, but late stages of the game, Ryan Kent or Gelson Martins, obviously they do quite a lot of work. They are difficult for my opponents to deal with. And then Acuna or Piszczek or anyone like that coming on at centre mid in the latter stages of the game really do make a difference as well in the centre of the park, when they've got a lot of stamina and stuff. So it's time to call this episode an end. Unfortunately, we don't get the best rewards in the world, but that is what it is. We go again next week. I've already played some games of the Weekend League, as you can tell from the earlier part of the video. If you did enjoy, do me a huge favour and hit that thumbs up button. That's what I'd love to see. 3,000 likes on this episode would be amazing. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Click that notification bell so you never miss an upload. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well. The links are down below. And most importantly, you lot, I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful Saturday, and I'll catch you tomorrow with a Sunday special of the Road to Glory. Have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Peace.